गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन वेलकम टू बुक्स वैगन। तो आज मेरे साथ है अरुणिमा तेंजिन तारा मैम, who is a powerful new voice in the Indian fiction writing. Her debut novel, The Ex-Daughters of Tolstoy House, is a dark, gothic, unsettling exploration of family, misogyny, inherited violence, and complicity. Ma'am, welcome to Books Wagon. We are really glad to have you here today.
Thank you so much, and it's really nice to be at the book fair. And this is my first novel, and it's the story of two women caught in a difficult relationship with a complicated man. It's the story of a family that has said yes too often, a family that's stuck in a cycle of violence, as Shubhangi just said, and it's the story of a murder.
Ma'am, the idea sounds interesting. I really want to know about the title. It itself seems so, interesting that something is hidden. It's written ex-daughters. So please tell our readers about that a bit.
So there are two parts to the title. There's the ex-daughters and then there's Tolstoy House. This is a very Delhi novel. Tolstoy House is for Tolstoy Marg, which is near Kalot Place in Delhi. It's a place of large houses with big walls which hold secrets inside, with people who you can't question, with people who have impunity and can do things that nobody finds out about. Ex-daughters is because this is a story about a family. It's a story about a father who's a serial killer who has made his daughters assist him in his work for many, many years. But there comes a time when there is a murder in the family, and then the daughters must decide, are they going to continue doing what their father wants them to do, or are they going to take a stand? And are they going to, in a sense, become ex-daughters?
Ma'am, you told us about the calm setting that you chose, but why did you actually choose the contrasting place of Delhi for the setting of the story?
Since we are in Delhi, and much as I love Delhi, I'm from here, born and raised, we know that Delhi is quite the awful place. It's beautiful and it's lovely, and there are many, many nice things about it, but it's violent and it's nasty, and it holds a lot of like dirty corners which are full of secrets, full of anger, full of hurt. To be fair, it's not just Delhi, it is, I think, at this point, the whole world. It's also a very deeply feminist novel. It's about patriarchy and about misogyny. And I think in Delhi, it's important to explore these things. When you walk in the streets of Delhi, you understand how women feel. When you move in houses in Delhi, which are extremely rich, extremely wealthy, which are hidden from the rest of the city, you realize what's going on inside is just as dangerous as what's going on inside the streets, and that's what I wanted to explore.
Exactly, ma'am. I think I completely agree with you. You also said that it's a really feminist novel. So I really want to know, was this something you consciously set out to examine? Like there is violence which has gone on for generations of women here in your book. तो ये क्या आपने consciously डाला है ये theme?
I think yes. Also, I think as a feminist, मेरे हर काम में reflect होगा ही होगा. Also, I think there is a lens of writing. So this novel has murder, it has horror, it has blood, it explores menstruation, it explores all sorts of slightly uncomfortable topics. It has a lot of food. It's a lot about the politics of food within a family. And I think it was important for me to approach all of this with a feminist lens. And so it was very much a conscious decision.
Ma'am, talking about violence, like people find the idea of complicity really more disturbing actually than outright violence. So how important and actually how did you blur the line between, victimization and participation? I really want to know that.
I think there's, it's in all of us. Like there is no black and white in this, in that all of us kind of do some things that we don't necessarily want to do because we don't want to get into a confrontation, or we don't want to argue with someone, or we want to appease someone, or just let it go. And I think when it's black and white and we do this kind of here's the victim and here's the criminal, it's very easy for us to make up our minds. But how do you do it when there is love involved? How do you do it when, for instance, it is a mother force-feeding her child and saying that you have to finish this plate of food, and if you don't, it's because you don't love me. And the child will do it, but will also hold on to the fact that she hates food that reminds her of her mother at the same time. Now that's also complicity and violence, but it's also love, and I think that's the kind of gray area that I wanted to explore.
Ma'am, it's really getting more and more interesting, like I'm asking. Ma'am, but being your debut novel, what was the most exciting part while writing this?
I think just writing it. I think perhaps with the debut, you have no expectations and no one has expectations of you, so it is very free. You write. It's everything that I wanted to write. It's all my interest. This is a book about blood. It's a book about murder, and it's a book about food. And these are the three things that I'm most fascinated by. So I just put all my interests on the page.
Ma'am, please, I would really love if you could give a message to our readers who will be reading your novel, about the book, about the themes, and a genuine piece of message which you want to provide to our readers.
Well, I'd love it if you picked up this book. I think it's different from a lot of other books. It's really fun. It's an engaging read, and I know from a lot of my readers that most of them have finished it within a day because they couldn't stop and they've been up all night reading. So if you want a thriller that keeps you hooked, then I would really encourage you to pick up The Ex-Daughters of Tolstoy House. It's a Speaking Tiger publication. It's my debut, and I think you'd enjoy it.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming here. I'm so glad that I got to talk to you. It's a really interesting book, and even I can't wait to read it, honestly. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for being with us here today. Thank you.
The Ex-Daughters of Tolstoy House is available on bookswagon.com, so please grab a copy.